Floaty Goaty Lore, Volume 1, Chapter 2, The Secrets of Pilgor. After the death of Ohio Final Boss, Floaty Goaty gets a phone alarm telling him to report to the Goat Kingdom at once. So, Hashi and Uncle Ben went off alone. Floaty Goaty granted them extra immortality to survive the strongest of attacks. Hashi says that he needs to go alone with Uncle Ben, so Tyson and Phoenix go with Floaty Goaty. Jeeton, Pilgor's brother, tells Floaty Goaty that she might not actually be dead. So Pilgor's brothers and sister, Jeeton, Mark, and Midnight, will help Floaty Goaty, Tyson Hill, and Phoenix find Pilgor. They go to the Goat Tower in the old town called Goatville. The town is in utter need of remodeling after the destruction of 2014. Pilgor, Jeeton, Mark, and Midnight destroyed the place when they were very young. The place has been in shambles ever since then. Everybody went in the Goat Tower and found a throne. Floaty Goaty heard something very far away. Wow, 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 wow. None of them knew what it was, so they just ignored it. Floaty Goaty sat in the throne and was teleported away. Everyone was in panic, so they sat on the throne. They were teleported to outside of the tower. They decided to look through one of the tunnels. It led them to Goat City Bay, another town Pilgor, Jeeton, Mark, and Midnight had destroyed. They all went around the area looking for Pilgor. Then they heard that sound again. Wow, 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 wow. It was louder than before. Then Mark found out what the sound was. It was a legendary fwog. This could destroy the entire world. It was very dangerous. Then Midnight got it. Then Jeeton, Phoenix, and Tyson. Floaty Goaty had a call from the new Hash Brown King, Hashi. He said there was a fwog destroying Goofia Kingdom. Then he was cutting out. Then the call ended. Floaty Goaty made a drawing to see who would go fight fwog with Hashi. Mark was selected. Floaty Goaty promoted Mark to Goat Soldier, granted him immortality, and sent him off to fight fwog with Hashi. He was ordered to bring 1,000 other goats with him. "You may die, but your legacy will never be forgotten," said Floaty Goaty. And then Mark went off, not knowing if he will ever see them again. Floaty Goaty sent Hashi a message that said he was coming with 1,000 reinforcements. The search for Pilgor continues when everyone is teleported to Goat Z, again destroyed by Pilgor, Jeeton, Mark, and Midnight. There are zombies everywhere after the goats infected everyone. This place was an utter mess. They had to leave ASAP. Then a portal appeared, sending them to a huge world with 6 legendary goat towers. This place was easily recognized by the goats as they were here back in 2022, the year that Pilgor died. They decided to explore the goat towers one by one. Pilgor was found in the Libertarian Island Goat Tower, hanging from the ceiling. There was a bluish-red portal surrounded by a quartz ring. Jeeton tried to grab Pilgor, but it was just a cardboard model. They went through the portal and appeared in a space colony. There was, believe it or not, an Obanium. Floaty Goaty immediately snatched up the Obanium, as they were thought to be extinct. They then looked around the space colony in hopes to find Pilgor, but all they found was another portal. This led them to Goatshire, Floaty Goaty's hometown. Twistram, the neighboring village, was bustling with rams, which was weird because rams went extinct about a decade ago. Then, suddenly, a goat army member called Floaty Goaty and told him it was not a good idea to be where he is. But before the army member could explain why, he was killed by fwog. Suddenly, everyone was teleported to a game only recognized by Tyson Hill, Phoenix, and Floaty Goaty. They were in Fall Guys. Floaty Goaty couldn't believe it. He thought it was extraordinary that he got to play Fall Guys in real life. Little did he know it wasn't. They all had to go through hours of torture because if you don't win a game, you'll be forced to play again and again. But the beans were mad. They saw ones that were not their kind, so they were forced to hunt them down. As the beans were hunting them, they used the Obanium. They teleported to Goofia Planet. It was in utter shambles after the outbreak of the My-Singing Monsters. Then an army of Wubboxes attacked them. None of them could even try to beat a Wubbox, so they all ran away as fast as possible. Then they saw the fwog. The fwog was destroying the planet, but they had to find Pilgor, so they went back to Goat City Bay, although it was not safe. Then a well-known villain and the Penguin King named Detective Waddle showed up, and they had to fight him. But the strong sounds of the fwog half wiped out the Waddle army. Then Detective Waddle surrendered and joined the gang to help defeat fwog. But when he heard they weren't trying to defeat Fwog right now, he stayed at Goat City Bay and went back to his island home. Christmas was coming up, so the gang decided to leave Goat City Bay to the North Pole to eliminate any monsters that could be there. Crash, bang, thump, Alex the goat jumped out of his bed and saw Floaty Goaty fighting an epic Wubbox from Cold Island. It screamed so loud that it shattered the icicles dripping on Santa Goat's workshop. But ever since the Goat Simulator 3 seasonal update, Jeeton and Midnight were able to slow him down by giving him a snowman head. Pilgor was still not found, so Floaty Goaty didn't have as much power as he could have. But the battle was getting really difficult to win. So Alex joined the battle and was later found out to be a lost quintuplet of Pilgor and her siblings. The long-lost Power Stone was in Alex's house, and it had 5 symbols: a crown, a shield, a moon, a sun, and a planet. It was used against Epic Wubbox, and 3 of the symbols lit up: the sun, the planet, and the moon. These symbols were thought to mean something. The legendary Power Stone only had 60% of its power because only 3 symbols lit up, but it was still able to knock out Epic Wubbox. With all of the power activated, that thing could obliterate Donald Trump. So they must find the power source for the other 2 symbols, the crown and the shield. Then Santa Yule came along to take the place of the Santa Goat we all know and love. He needed to be stopped. He was also knocked out cold by the Power Stone. So everyone was able to live on for an amazing Christmas time, but the Power Stone is still not powered all the way. They needed to find the sources for the crown and the sun symbols. The crown symbol started flickering off and on. The goat god, Floaty Goaty Goat, teleported the gang to Goofy Yacht Kingdom. There was a map, and it had multiple quests they had to complete. One was to defeat the Plant Island Epic Wubbox. The gang had to defeat many other monsters. In total, there were 5. Plant, Earth, Water, and Air Epic Wubboxes, and Ohio Tiki Boss. They started with the Wubboxes. Plant Wubbox was obliterated by the Power Stone, and Air Wubbox was too. Water Wubbox was easy to beat with Floaty Goaty's earthquake powers, and Earth Wubbox was defeated with the power of an unknown figure. Now they had to fight Ohio Tiki Boss. He was found at Goat Beach along Goatshire, which is still being rebuilt after the attack of the Rams in 2017. It was almost done, though, as it is 2032 now. Ohio Tiki Boss was woken up by the intruders, and he got really mad. Jeeton used the Power Stone, and a yellow beam came out representing the sun symbol. Midnight joined in, and a black beam came out representing the moon symbol. When Alex joined in, an orange beam shot out, activating the planet symbol. Ohio Tiki Boss was obliterated by the Power Stone. Then they realized what the symbols meant. They were ancient symbols to represent the goat quintuplets. Then, in front of everybody, the dead body of Floaty Goaty Goat fell from the sky. But how? He was a god, an immortal being. How is it that he could have died? Then, Tim and Moby fell from the sky along with him. Like every other monster it has killed, they were obliterated by the Power Stone. They had killed Floaty Goaty Goat in Goat Heaven. Floaty Goaty was the son of Floaty Goaty Goat, so he became the legendary goat god. He rose up to the sky, and a massive goat skull symbol appeared behind him. The bottom of the Power Stone lit up white to represent the Goat King becoming God. Floaty Goaty could do so much more than he already could. He flew down to the ground, and that created a massive shockwave. He located Pilgor with his new powers, and she was found at the south pole of Goofy Yacht Planet. They rushed there quickly as her heart rate was dropping fast. They got there, and the crown symbol on the Power Stone started flickering. Eventually, it lit up, and Pilgor was revived. She was surprised to see her siblings alive still. She saw the Power Stone and touched it like she had thousands of years ago. And the crown symbol turned yellow. They just had to find Mark. They went to where they saw Fwog earlier, and Hashi was alive but unconscious. But they could not find Mark. Everyone assumed the worst. He had died fighting Fwog. Will the Power Stone ever be fully powered?